Whilst our masons were still here, I asked them to help making a trench for the waste pipes in our coach house. It all went to plan and we managed to run pipes to all the places where we would eventually build bathrooms and toilets. But as we were about to connect this new system of pipes to the pipes leading to the sewage system, which were already in place, we made a grim discovery.
So we need to connect now the old pipe with the new pipe that's going to be there. But unfortunately we found out that the old pipe, which we placed here 6 years ago, with a really rubbish company, I have to say, they didn't use the right pipes. So it's quite squished, the pipe. It's not the right pipes. These are pipes made to be underground and they use just normal pipes for inside. And I wasn't a waste pipe expert then, as I am now. So worst case, we need to dig up the whole back garden, like the whole front garden, and make trenches to place in new proper pipes. But let's see. Now we're gonna cut this one and see if there's just still some water flow going through. So it's here. It's not round anymore. It's like really flattened. Yeah. It's really squished here. Now, it could be just, oof, no, it's totally squished.
Just in that area?
Yeah. I think, yeah, that's exactly what I knew would happen. Oh, I'm so upset because when they built it, they put some wooden supports in order to make it level instead of filling a bed with sand. That would have to be in the right way. And I said, if you do that, it will squish the pipes. And they said, no, that's going to be fine. And that's exactly what happened here. This wood squished the pipe, and that's why it's so flat here. And they have done it everywhere. So I think this is just like, they figured out it's like a 15,000 euro mistake the guys made. And I don't even have an invoice because they didn't give me an invoice at the time, even though I asked. And I paid them. I'm so upset. We learned so much.
Anna made the smart choice to ignore the situation and focus on another job.
It's quite crazy, but the masons have just finished applying the last render on this last fourth facade, and it feels amazing. They've still got a bit of pointing to do on the brickwork and a little bit of cleaning up of the bricks, but it is such a mammoth moment, a big milestone in the renovation of this coach house, and I can't tell you how good it feels. I have all of these left to do. I do definitely want to clean these up. I think it's such a shame. These are such beautiful tiles once the mortar is taken off them, and they're worth quite a lot of money nowadays. So it's definitely a job that's going to take a bit of time and patience, but it will be worth it in the end. So Jean-Paul the Mason has very kindly lent me this special blade, which is apparently what the professionals use to get off the mortar, and it's going to help speed up this process. And just like Benoit and Philip always say,
Safety first.
honestly, this tool terrifies me. I really, it's got so much force and it kind of slips. You have to I'm not really sure how to do this. You kind of want to hold onto this in one hand and just, I mean, it's doing a good job. It's cleaning it up. I think it's actually a false economy for me using this. Maybe if you're a professional mason, it works for you, but I think this comes off much quicker and it makes less mess by just doing it by hand and taking a bit more time to do it. Now I'm going to time myself because I need to estimate. Philip says it's not worth it. He thinks that doing this by hand is an impossible and pointless idea. and he thinks the time spent doing this is not worth it for the time and money that we could, you know, the time it takes me does not save us any money, but it's not the point. The point is to reuse these beautiful, you know, 200-year-old Temet tiles. Okay, let's call it 2 minutes. So that's going to be 600 minutes. And that is 10 hours. That's not that bad, is it? 10 hours? I might regret this. Well, after about an hour and a half of doing this on the floor, my back is starting to ache, and I have decided I need to come up with a new way of doing this. So I'm going to try bringing in a table because I think it'd be more comfortable to be sitting upright. Plus, I have a very special helper. So you're going to see who's here to help me. Philip's mum here. She just arrived yesterday and she's already getting stuck in because you know how we like to treat our parents, only the best, you know. If they're coming to stay here, then they have to work for it. No, I'm joking. But yeah, we're always super grateful. We also have Ziggy, who is obviously coming to survey our work and check if we are, you know, doing everything fine. Aren't you, Ziggs? What do you think? What have you got on you? We have done all of these. Still quite a lot to do, but I think we've made good progress.
I called in a company specialized in sewer inspections. They have a camera to explore the pipes, and I thought it would be a wise choice to let them have a look at the situation before digging up everything.
Il y a de l'eau, c'est curieux.
De toute façon, je pense que vous attendez à des mauvaises nouvelles.
Oui, c'est ça, je m'attendais à...
On la voit, elle est juste là.
Ah oui.
D'où la rétention d'eau finalement.
Oui.
Vous voyez, en fait, ça retient l'eau à chaque fois. C'est comme ça que je sais que s'il y en a une ou pas.
Oui.
C'est que tout de suite après, il n'y a plus d'eau. En fait.
Ouais. So let me explain exactly what's going on. There's good news and there's bad news. Keep in mind, all the trenches have been remade from the chateau to the entrance. And somewhere here, in the middle of the front garden, there is a deviation and goes up to the coach house. The good news is that from the last bit to the chateau and into the chateau and around the chateau, there's two pipes. They split up and there's two pipes, and they're both in good conditions. They're slightly deformed, but only so slightly that the camera guy said it's not to worry at all. Then from here to the entrance of the chateau for 13 meters, there are several points where the pipe is deformed. But again, it doesn't need to be changed now. It probably will have to be changed maybe in 5 years, 10 years. However, we know that there's a big problem from the coach house, from there down here, all towards the pipe where the two pipes join, and that's about, what, 30 meters. And there's no other option than digging up 30 meters, opening up a trench in our beautiful front garden, somehow through the beds here, and change the whole pipes. And that is extremely upsetting because first of all the destruction that will be done, but also because we paid a lot of money to have these pipes installed. I count it as a collateral damage for our beginners' lack of knowledge about all these things. It's not urgent, we can do it sometimes in the winter when the ground is softer. Yeah, but very disappointing, and it's definitely the feeling that we got scammed by this company because they said they know what to do. They did it completely wrong. Even when I asked them, I questioned them, they just continued doing what they do. And on top of that, they never sent me an invoice. And by then I wasn't strict enough. I made a big mistake paying a company before receiving the invoice. Never do that. So it's going to be really hard to get my money back or get anything out of an insurance because probably that company doesn't exist anymore anyway. So Siggy, I think you have to sell you to the local butcher. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not doing that. What are you doing? What are you up to? Are you smelling something? We could train you to become a pipe leak detection dog. So working with the wrong people or the wrong tools will probably lead to big expenses. We figured that out. And for a long time now, we always, when we work with new contractors, we ask them exactly how they intend to do what they're going to do. Because the way they speak about it and the way they explain it tells you a lot about their expertise. Speaking of expertise, when it comes to building your homepage, you also want to be sure right from the beginning to make the right aesthetic and strategic choices. And that's exactly why you should consider Squarespace, an all-in-one platform to create an outstanding web presence, which also happens to be this week's ad. Looking at a gallery of templates, you will understand that they have amazing designers who not only make your page look professional, but also make them extremely user-friendly. It doesn't matter whether you need to showcase your business to clients, you want to set up a full e-commerce store, or you need a page where people can make appointments to reach out to learn about the services you provide. Squarespace has you covered with pre-made designs that you can adapt, or you can use their AI website builder called Design Intelligence to create an individual design from scratch that fits your brand perfectly. And if you want people to pay you directly via your site, Squarespace has an integrated payment module which accepts all major credit cards and payment providers, and you don't need to integrate a third-party tool. But find out by yourself. Head over to squarespace.com/howtorenovate-a-chateau for a free trial. And if you're ready to launch, head over to squarespace.com and use offer code howtorenovate-a-chateau to get 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. So with the facade almost ready, I'm really happy to introduce you to Luca Aymon, who is our architect who consulted us in making this renovation and who also made the application for planning permission. So I'm happy to show him what has been done so far and see what he thinks about it. Le ravalement de façade, comme tu vois.
Ouais, c'est cool. Vous avez réussi à garder le rosier là au pied du mur?
Ouais, c'est ça. C'est qui l'a fixé? Ah oui, ils ont laissé les clous dedans.
Ah bah parfait. Là, vous avez quand même refait les joints des briques en bas.
Parce qu'ils étaient en... Non, ils étaient en béton.
C'était en ciment.
C'était en ciment.
Okay.
Donc là, ils ont dû tout
Très
refaire.
Comme ça respire.
Ouais, exactement.
Et après, la tomate, c'est cool. Vous la posez comment du coup sur
un lit de chaud.
Ouais, c'est ça. Vous faites pas une dalle béton comme ça.
Donc on ne fait pas de dalle, on va directement, il propose de faire directement un lit de chaud sur l'existant. Ça va tenir, c'est le mieux.
J'enlèverai quand même la brique existante, je pense. Je pense que le mieux, c'est de retrouver un socle plutôt plat.
Ah ouais, tu penses vaut mieux.
Ouais, parce que sinon, ça va retravailler et tu vas finir à avoir tes tomates qui vont être un peu dans tout. Enfin, l'idée de faire juste un lit de chaud, c'est intéressant parce que ça continue de respirer. La tomate, ce qui est intéressant, c'est qu'elle est poreuse, donc elle absorbe l'humidité et elle gère les problèmes d'humidité.
Mais tu suggères de sortir toute la brique,
Je dirais que c'est quand même plus propre, surtout si tu veux mettre un bureau avec des tables, des trucs. Si tu commences à avoir un truc bancal.
Ici, on va ouvrir le porte.
Ouais.
On va enlever ça, comme ça il y a une connexion entre les deux pièces.
Ah cool, ouais.
Et on hésite parce qu'on se demandait s'il y a le bureau de Philippe en haut, est-ce que ça serait bien d'avoir une espèce d'escalier spirale en connexion ici dans le coin, juste parce que sinon il faut que je sors à l'extérieur pour aller
à l'autre côté. Ah oui, il faut faire tout le tour en plus.
Ouais.
Moi je suis pas hyper fan des escaliers en colimaçon, c'est pas forcément très pratique. Je trouve ça plus sympa d'avoir un bel escalier droit. En dessous, tu peux mettre des rangements, tu vois, tu peux faire... Alors que l'escalier en colimaçon, finalement, ça prend moins de place, mais tu fais rien en dessous. Donc, tu perds un peu d'espace.
It's only when we finish this room when we finished the floor, that we realized what a beautiful space this is.
Yeah,
and
it's
we
really nice.
really thought, oh, we need to use this space more than a storage space, because even with the insulation, which we will make in October.
Okay, what
with,
kind of insulation?
Wool.
Okay, cool.
Wood wool.
Okay, yes, good.
Wood, yeah.
Yeah, it's good for the roof because it gets really warm inside
Yes.
this kind of space. So during the summer, you will have a better insulation with the wood
Wood,
one.
yes.
Yeah, that's cool. So it's gonna be
We
your
got it.
desk here.
This is going to be my desk, yeah. And so I can tell everybody what to do in the house, give orders from high above. That's it, that's the point.
Nice.
So if you guys have a project in the area, or even how far do you go?
Depends on the project, so
Depends on the
can-
project.
can-
Anyway,
can go really
if
far.
you want a fantastic architect and he knows the region perfectly and he's a cool guy,
Thank you.
I'm gonna put the link to your office in
Thank you very
the
much.
bottom of the video. And anyway, it's not gonna be the last time that we work together, because
Yeah, maybe,
we have projects, more projects to come.
Let's see what happens.
And also, Luca is a fantastic sailor, so that's completely, no relation at all with them. So I am delighted that our architect friend Luca is happy with the progress at the coach house. And when it comes to the waste pipe problem, well, that's not something we can solve immediately. And we decided we don't want to have that ruin our summer, so we forget about it for now. And as you can see, we're not even at the chateau anymore, because we are at the bateau, at our boat. And that means that when you watch this video, we are already on the way on our summer holiday, and the chateau is guarded by our dear friends Charlie and Max and their family. And like the last year, we're going to film this adventure. And even if you're here just for the renovation, I would hugely appreciate if you had a look at these traveling videos, at the sailing videos. I promise you, you're going to enjoy being part of this adventure. So see you next time on the water. Thanks for watching.